Like it's 3:30 start time and all members, our president minus Ryan, he'll be here shortly. With that, we are to the minutes, July 23rd, 2025. I have reviewed them. They look good to me. I will move the meeting minutes as presented. Okay, we got a proper motion in place. All those in favor, please state by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Passes. Okay, we are to public comment on agenda items. Is there anybody here from the public that would like to speak? If none, is anybody online looking to speak?
No one online.
Okay, well, we'll move down to the first discussion action item. B, resolution appointment of Catherine Hubbard, member of the Michigan Avenue Corridor Improvement Authority Board of Directors, term to expire June 30th, 2027. Welcome. You want to just tell us a little bit about yourself, why you want to serve?
Yeah, yeah, that'd be great.
Throw up for questions.
So my name's Katie Hubbard. I'm speaking mostly to you guys, right? This is the voting. Okay. So I'm regional manager for community engagement. I am really interested in fostering a positive relationship with the local neighborhood, community leaders. I've been with Health Sparrow for 17 years. Previously served as the community wellness coordinator and facilitated community health and wellness programs like the Michigan Mile and the Sparrow Lifetime Program for seniors. So I'm interested in serving on the Michigan Avenue Corridor Improvement Authority because in particular, I feel like the board's priorities align well with Sparrow's interests in creating a safe and accessible workplace and place of care for our patients. As someone who previously had to walk along Michigan Avenue to get to work, I worked in the lower level of the SPB, and so we had parked down further. I understand some of the concerns that some of our business owners and patrons may be facing concerning the safety and accessibility of Michigan Avenue. Two of Health's core values are teamwork and innovation. And I feel like by serving on the Michigan Avenue Corridor Improvement Authority, these are things that I want to pursue both innovation, seeking unique ways to boost the economic stability in the area, address some of the sustainability and infrastructure concerns. And then also, I would like to be able to work as part of a team. So working with our community, our business leaders, to be able to help bring those solutions to fruition. By serving on the board, I hope to gain a better understanding of the community needs and concerns along the Michigan Avenue corridor, as well as possible solutions that I might be able to share with our hospital leadership. As someone who believes deeply in our mission to advance health to serve Michigan and the world, I believe that it starts here locally in our community. I'm excited to be able to work with neighborhoods and businesses in this area to be able to help boost the economic sustainability, this improve safety and security, accessibility along the avenue. So I'm excited to serve. I hope that you approve the appointment.
Great. Well, thank you. Do you have any questions from the committee?
No, your excitement is palpable. No, seriously, absolutely appreciate your willingness to serve. Quick question. I don't know if it's Khalid or Chris or, and obviously I know we have 4 CIAs. I don't keep track of necessarily transients for each one, but it seems like we having like this rotating, I don't know, configuration or replacement on this particular corridor improvement authority. Are we finding, are people stepping away? Are we seeing the mayors deciding not to reappoint? I mean, why does this particular board seem to have a lot of vacancy?
For sure. One, the Sparrow representative.
Can I get your name for the record since we're recording?
Yeah, Khalil Washington.
Okay.
So this particular board definitely has a strong interest to have a Sparrow representative on there. We had a previous appointee that didn't work out because they moved on to different jobs. So this is just Sparrow replenishing that previous appointee. And then as far as the business owners and the residents, it's just an interest. The board members are advocating on behalf of their corridors to get people who have strong presence on that corridor on the board. There's also a lot of strong business owners and residents who just want to serve on that board. As far as the other ones, the other chairs and CIA members are also doing that same thing as far as getting people on their boards. It's just makes it more difficult than Michigan Avenue.
And so both folks that we're vetting today, are these both business rep candidates?
No, so
I'm representing.
I know you are.
Yeah.
You're a business rep, but is the other Leon is residential?
yes.
Okay.
And someone who previously went to the meetings, we had a long-term residential member up until this point, terms has expired. Someone she's been in communication with already.
It's kind of the challenge with CIAs is that they have to either have a business interest or be a resident.
Exactly.
So, if folks move on, different roles, they have to find a replacement.
Understood. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't have any other questions.
So I guess my traditional question is, if you do get appointed to this board, would you be willing to take some of that knowledge from the board into the neighborhoods and talk to like the constituents?
Yeah.
And let them know
Yeah.
what you guys are doing?
Yep, I know I'm meeting with Eastfield next week. I met with Nancy Melo, the East Side organization already. I've met with ANC, Kat Logan there, and yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I know that there are there's a map of all the different neighborhoods that I need to get that, but I'd love to be able to meet with those neighborhood leaders and kind of, share what we're doing along Michigan Avenue and kind of gather what their concerns or their feedback would be.
Perfect. Thank you. And I really appreciate your willingness to serve and the energy that you bring to this. So thank you.
One other question for LEDC. Clea, when does this particular CIA? Where did it?
So this particular CIA meets every other month, which is different from the other ones. And then they meet in Foster, and I believe I can double check, it is the third Friday of the month when they do have every other month. So they will not have one in August, but next month, they'll have that one.
During business hours.
Yes.
All right. Well, I don't have any other concerns. Again, I very much appreciate your willingness. And with that, I would move the resolution.
Okay, we have a proper motion in place. All those in favor, please say by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, pose same sign. All right, motion passes. Now, this will go to council on August 11th. Will you be able to?
I will try to be there.
Okay, if for any reason you can't, please contact Sherry and
Okay.
she's our office manager. Just let her know. And then that will be at the 7 o'clock meeting.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, we'll move down to resolution C, appointment of Spencer Lippert as the fourth ward member of the planning commission for term to expire June 30th, 2028. Welcome, Spencer.
Thanks.
Please, tell us a little bit about yourself, why you want to serve, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Spencer Lippert. I'm an architectural designer at Mayak. Lived and worked in the city of Lansing for 7 years and grew up just down the road. I'm pretty passionate about the way that Lansing is a place to live and work and what it looks like and how we can make it the best it can for all of our residents. I went to school for architecture, but also had a passion for urban design. And so I got a second master's in urban design. And this is kind of the first step of how I can utilize that second master's degree. And I'm pretty passionate about designing and being able to facilitate what spaces look like at a community level.
Great, well, you are definitely qualified. I'm looking at your application here, and I appreciate your willingness to serve. Welcome to Lansing 7 years ago. How do you like it? How do you like living in Lansing? Awesome. I appreciate people, especially moving into our community and wanting to be part of the community and step up like this. So thank you. Adam, do you have any questions for this gentleman?
No, I mean, this is a, incredibly important board. We're certainly appreciative because you are, by all appearances, incredibly qualified. My question is, did you actually seek this out? Did somebody engage you?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both?
Yeah.
Okay. So you had an interest in serving your community?
It's been a career goal of mine for a while.
Okay.
And yeah, a couple months ago, the connection with my boss just kind of made things become materialized.
And then I guess my same question is, if you do get appointed to this board, would you be willing to take some of the information back from the planning board, discuss it with your community?
Excited to.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't have any further questions.
I don't either. Have you been in contact with Ryan Jackson, fourth ward representative on?
I have not.
You have not? I would encourage you maybe to reach out prior to August 11th to chat with. But with that being said, I would move the appointment of Mr. Spencer Lippert, as a fourth ward representative on the planning.
Okay, we have a proper motion in place. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion passes. Okay, and then that will be up for approval or denial on the 11th as well, this month, coming up Monday. Will you be able to attend that?
Sadly, I'll be in Italy.
Oh, sadly. Oh, yeah. Well, if you do get approved, you'll be able to come to this clerk's office and get appointed at that time, if you do get approved. So, all right, well, thank you. Thanks for being here. All right, moving down to Mr. Leon Clark, as a board member of Michigan Avenue Corridor Improvement Authority Board of Directors for a term to expire June 30, 2029. Good afternoon, Leon. Could you please tell us a little bit about yourself and why you want to serve on this board?
Yeah, I'm not going to repeat a lot of what Ms. Hubbard said, but she spoke pretty much what I would have said, so I'm not going to hear myself talk again. But in addition, I just moved back to Lansing about a year ago. I bought a home in the East Side neighborhood. I live walking distance from the Foster Community Center. I grew up in Grand Ledge, And I lived in New York City for like 13 years and I came back in 2009. And since I've been trying to get involved, I work with Lansing Empowerment Network. I'm always looking for ways to kind of fold all that together and just work toward the future here at Lansing. Because, I've watched Lansing go up and down the course of my life. And I just really want to see the city continue to thrive like it has been in the most recent, years that I've been back. It's really been a great experience because I was here on the decline part of it too. And, I think we're doing great things and I really want to be a part of that. And, I come with some humility and a little bit of background in some, labor law and DEI, and I'm a licensed attorney. So.
Well, I guess I do have a question regarding this because you are a resident, but in Ward 1, it says that you live on Kipling. Does that touch Michigan Avenue? Is that
I think that's
okay?
yes.
Okay, it does.
Turns into Milford on the other side of it.
Mifflin.
Mifflin, yes. Yeah.
Now, is there like a distance of how far you have to live off the corridor? What is it? It's like quarter mile, and you do live within that quarter mile of Michigan Avenue?
If we think so, yeah. I mean, it's a very short walk.
Okay.
Haven't measured it, but I think so. I mean,
It's a short street.
yeah. I don't know if it's even a mile between Michigan and Saginaw or Grand River, is it? Might not be.
No, it'd be pretty close. It's tight.
All right, that was my only concern. I was just wondering exactly whereabouts you lived adjacent to the Michigan corridor. Any questions from the committee?
So I ask everybody this, and we've met before. I think you're gonna do an excellent job on here. I just want to make sure we get it on the record that you do have time to serve on the board.
Too. In fact, the meeting cadence is perfect for me. So I overheard that. Although the 11th, I think my daughter has 2 volleyball tryouts that day. If I can sandwich this in, I will on the 11th, but I'm not 100% sure. Do you know what time it is?
7 p.m.
Yep.
7. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you do get approved, you can go to the city clerk as early as the following morning. And then my standard question is, you get appointed on that, would you be willing to take some of that information, you learn off the board into the community? Like, for instance, Ryan Cost's constituent meeting.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, I don't have any further questions.
I would move the resolution for the appointment of Leon Clark as a member of the Avenue Corridor Board of Authority Board of Directors for a term to expire June 30th, 2029.
Proper motion in place. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, Leon. All right, moving down to resolution E, Brownfield Plan number 80, amendment number 1, Pleasant Grove and Holmes Mixed Use Redevelopment Project at 2130 West Holmes Road. Obviously, this is a very exciting project for South Lansing.
If I'm not mistaken, that's your handiwork. Yes.
Well, good afternoon, guys. You obviously shared a really good presentation with us on council. I don't have any additional questions on this, but if you want to give a high level overview since Brian.
Yeah, so we're really excited. This is part of the work that's been done in Southwest Lansing for a long time with the Southwest Action Plan and the Invest Health team. And we're excited to bring this project forward as a way to really build in a neighborhood center into the Holmes and Pleasant Grove corner. Since the last meeting that we've had, we've been continuing working on getting out in the community with different meetings. We're going to have a few more here coming up in the next few weeks to kind of talk about what community capital is. So this project is a way for people to invest in the place that they live. And we're working with National Coalition for Community Capital. And John's here with CityCraft, who he's in town this week, who's helping us scope the overall plan with the project. We're still looking, if approvals and everything go well, that this will be a late fall, early winter start. And yes, we're excited here for any questions and excited for the feedback.
Adam, Brian, I'm excited about it. You guys got a lot of good things happening here, and I really appreciate all the work that Adam's been working on this to make sure it happens.
This is Brent, this is Chris, this is their team, this is City Craft, this is the Land Bank. This has been, in my opinion, an exercise in like real collaboration, vision, taking maybe even a little bit, in my opinion, I understand the community piece kind of de-risks it a little bit, but maybe taking a little bit more risk, in my opinion, than maybe the average developer would be willing to do. Because this is truly community centered and truly about advancing people and spaces within this community. I am over excited about this. And I will tell you, Brent, when we vet brownfields, at least historically, people that get incentives, people that understand the reason those incentives exist in the toolbox, typically get excited, right, about the dollars. You know, how that kind of helps to spur the economy, but so often we have people that are critical, right? And particularly when they don't understand kind of the tool, how it works, they think it's a giveaway. I have heard from nobody that is critical of this project. We had the same thing over at 820 West Miller, but people are really, really excited that they're starting to see some of these types of projects, maybe outside of the historic core, that are going to serve kind of neighborhood connectors. And so you know, all of Southwest Lansing, your praises, your team's praises. Chris, you guys have done a tremendous job. I think guide on the side. I just want to say the last committee kind of stopped for this. Thank you. We appreciate you, South.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Any additional comments?
No.
Looking for a motion then.
Happily, I move, the resolution for Brownfield Plan number 80, amendment number 1, Pleasant Grove and Homes mixed use for development project at 2130 West Holmes Road.
Okay, we've got a proper motion in place. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Passes. Now, will this come up for final passage on Monday as well, the 11th? Are you going to be able to you and your team be able to be here if they're?
Most of us will be there. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for being here, you guys.
Thank you.
All right, we're moving down to ordinance F, amending chapter 206, section 206.02 to clarify the most responsible bidder for construction bids. We had our public hearing at our last council meeting, and this is up for passage now. Do we have any additional questions or comments about this particular ordinance?
I don't have any questions. I would just make a comment that this is a solid piece of legislation. I think it's time that when we do construction projects, we have a scoring system and a system in place that doesn't just say whatever is the cheapest, because the cheapest is not always quality. And I think this is a way to start getting some more quality work in this city when it comes to our projects and using, I think what it'll happen is using our local folks that are here that can do the job and give them, I think, the advantage that they deserve, because they are just as invested in the city as we are, whether they live here in Lansing or in our immediate surrounding area. So I am excited to see this to this point. Proud to support this and just grateful we got it here. We got it to the finish line.
Great. Yeah, and I'm the way I look at this is we're being good stewards of our tax dollars and having, qualified contractors come to the table and give them opportunities to actually work in their own community, spread the love throughout our community economically. I think that is great.
And I would say, I can't, better stated than that. So ditto. And also want to thank you, because I know you put yeoman's working on this and along with law. The only thing is, because we do have a subsequent resolution, kind of a companion piece, we do know that Stephanie is good with this, right? We've had conversations with her. She understands how to implement.
Yeah, I
Correct.
talked to her and I asked her to follow up if there were any additional questions.
Because that was my only concern. As long as we're
spoke with
good
her
there.
and sent her an email and haven't heard any more
I
communication.
think you were not here at the last committee meeting, but I reported out that I had a lengthy conversation with her about how it would actually be implemented, what the intent is, when it applies, when it doesn't apply. That seems to allay all of her concerns.
I also want to thank you for all your hard work
Absolutely.
on this item.
Thank you, guys. And I couldn't have done it without the rest of you guys as well. So I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody that had their hands on this. So this is a good step in the right direction for our construction projects here in Lansing.
I agree. with that, I would move the ordinance.
We got a proper motion in place. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes. All right, moving down to our final resolution, resolution G, construction bid scoring system. So this is pretty self-explanatory. 60/40. Let's see, I wrote some notes down for it. So this resolution implements a new scoring system for evaluating construction bids under the recently adopted subsection 206.02. 1A of the Lansing Code of Ordinances. It ensures that the city awards contracts not solely based on price, but also on a comprehensive set of non-monetary criteria such as workforce qualifications, safety standards, labor practices, and construction integrity. Scoring system totals 100 points, with 60 points allocated to non-monetary considerations like apprenticeship participation, safety training, prevailing wage, benefits, workforce classification, and past performances. And 40 points are allocated to the cost of pricing schedule. This system will help us select the most responsible bidders, ensure taxpayer dollars are spent wisely, and prioritize quality, compliance, and community investment. Do we got any questions from the committee? Do you want to touch base on this at all? Great.
I explained it to great boredom and evacuation by public at the end of the last meeting. Yeah, everybody got up and left. I'm happy to do that again if you would like, but I know I've spoken to you about it and explained it. I've had the conversation with both of them, and everybody at least said that they understood it. Whether they were so bored as to just want to get out of the conversation, that's fine. But see, there you go.
We fully understand it again, and I appreciate you for the second time on the record saying, we just wanted to make sure because Stephanie was at a meeting subsequent to the last.
That they're able to implement it.
Yeah, preceding the last, that she was very concerned. So I just wanted to make sure, what I did not want to do was pass an ordinance and create a tool that the people that actually had to pull that thing out of the toolbox and use didn't know how to use. But it sounds like her concerns have been allayed, and I am fully supportive of this. I'm excited about this.
Okay, great. So then,
Then I-
looking for a motion, I guess.
I would move the resolution for the construction bid scoring system.
We've got a proper motion in place. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes. Okay, with that, there's no further business. We are adjourned at 3:52.
Didn't come through until 3:26.